I am your host, Tracie Berry-McGhee, also known as Divine T, Teen Therapist for the Soul. And we are the I Define Me show, a show just for girls, empowering girls, nurturing inner awareness. And it's not about me, it's all about you. So today we're going to focus on a girl and her letter, focusing on Daddy's little girl. We'll have the red zone. We'll tune in and find out what they have to say about all that, and then we'll snap it up with a girl that is all that and more. We'll come back after the break on the I Define Me show.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
Welcome back to the I Define Me show. I am Divine T, your teen therapist, and this is the segment all about you. It's about an issue that a girl writes in, and she shares a letter that focuses on a topic that you may feel defines you. In this letter, we're focusing on Daddy's little girl. So let's jump right in. Dear Divine T, my name is Imani, and I'm a 13-year-old girl. When I was 2 years old, my mom and dad got a divorce, and my dad decided not to be in my life. It was hard for me because I always wanted to be Daddy's little girl. He would make broken promises and say that he was coming back to pick me up, and he didn't show up. He never told me he loved me, and whenever we were together, he would say mean things about my mom. It hurts me because I always wanted my dad to be in my life. I wanted him to tell me that he loves me, to take me to the park, and to talk about boys and stuff. People even say I look just like him. Can you please give me some advice? I don't want to hate him, but I don't think I love him either. And now I feel bad, because I don't know if I love myself either. Your little sister, Imani. So let's talk about this. More than 80% of families are headed by single moms. That means 1 in 4 children are raised without a father. They're starving for unconditional love, meaning not only that a father expresses his love, that he shows his love as well. They're needing consistency. That father who says, when I show up, I will be there, and you can depend on it. They're also needing respect, someone that they know that they can look to and model what the standard of a father should be. After all, we all know that the first guy that a girl looks to is her father. And they also need affirmations, positive affirmations. You're beautiful, you're strong, you're all that. And they need to hear that from their daddy first. And they need security. Security of knowing that my dad will always have my back. Unfortunately, it seems like Imani didn't have that. So let's weigh in with our Red Zone girls. Red stands for Reaching Your Essence of Development. And we have with us Ernie, Samira, Corey, and Sydney. Now, let's weigh in on the letter, ladies. What do you think?
Well, I think that my little sister Imani definitely needs a mentor, a strong mentor at that, but she also needs to be careful when choosing a mentor, because some people may come off that they mean good for you, but at the same time, they may have ulterior motives and everything, and she just needs someone really strong for her.
So when you speak of a mentor, you mean a strong male figure in her life, someone that possibly can offer her some of those strong qualities that we spoke of before, the consistency, the unconditional love and acceptance, but making sure that that person is safe and she's not always with them alone.
Right.
Good feedback. Anyone else, ladies?
Yeah, and speaking with that, it also just somebody who's not maybe biased, who has maybe been through that situation, is not giving her the wrong advice. Somebody that is like that will be also good.
Great, great. What about the fact that she spoke of not loving herself and learning to appreciate who she is?
I feel you don't have to, I don't want to say, I'm sorry. I feel like you shouldn't depend on a father figure to love yourself. Loving yourself comes from within. You don't have to look at the outside source. So when you do pick up a mentor, don't pick up a male figure that's a guy, because you're looking for love in all the wrong places. You have to love yourself. You have to start with yourself. You have to look in the mirror and love yourself from within. So if you're going to do that, my mentor personally was my brother. I think he definitely stepped up and played that role, but there's also two different roles in being an older brother and a mentor as far as a father figure brother. Those are two different things. I feel like you just stick to the older brother mentor, because now you're dealing with two different things. It's going to be a little harder because you're looking for love as a brother and as a male, and it shouldn't be that way.
Okay. What about when she spoke about her mom? She said it was just her and her mom. Have you dealt with that situation where you felt like you blamed your mom for not having your dad in your life, or what was the situation that you've dealt with?
Well, in my situation, I had my father there, but he wasn't there, like, physically. So it's not as much as I'm blaming my mom. I'm blaming her because I don't understand why. It's the questions of not knowing why. Like she said, she has a half of her that she doesn't know, because that's that half that helped create her, you know? So you have to, off of what she was saying, Samira was saying, you have to find those other halves, like an older uncle, you know, brother, male figures who are positive in your life.
And maintain that open communication with your mom, because you're not married to your dad, or you didn't choose to not have your dad in your life. He chose not to be there for you, but you need to keep that open communication with your mom. Yes,
Yeah, with
good
me,
feedback.
With me, it's like me and my mom are a lot closer, and it's not necessarily that I blame her. I kind of almost get frustrated a little bit, because it's like I got to put it all on her. When I want to split up the task, when I want to ask him for something and not always be on her, it's always financially on her. She can't split up the task, so I do get kind of frustrated with that, but not blaming her. Just, you know, it's a frustration there.
Frustration.
I come from a single parent home. I don't blame my mother at all because my father was absent. I feel like my father could have been present, but at the same time, we're in two different states. So I don't know the full background, but I don't blame my mother for the choices that she did make, because without her having that help, it made her a stronger person and a stronger woman to create a stronger woman. So I don't feel like, oh, I blame you because my father is absent. If he wanted to be here, he would have been here because he was there when it happened, you know? So I don't blame her at all.
Great advice, ladies. And one thing that I wanted to find out from you is, what is one word that you feel defines you, even though people feel like that statistic 1 in 4 girls are living with a single mom? What word defines you? Not living with a single mom, or not having daddies in your life, or not saying that you want to be daddy's little girl. What word do you feel defines you even today? We'll start with you, Ernie.
I feel empowered.
Okay.
I feel independent.
Okay.
Sunshine.
Sunshine. The sun is always shining in your life?
Just keeps on shining.
Keeps shining.
Motivated.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing, ladies. Thank you for being a part of the Red Zone. When we return, we will go to What I Want to Know. Letters from girls, information, and questions from girls from the audience, because it's not about me, it's all about you. It's about what I want to know. Welcome back to the I Define Me show. Now it's time for us to do What I Want to Know. What I Want to Know is questions from the audience, questions that you selected, and our SistaKeeper girls will answer those questions. So we're going to kick it over to our phenomenal mentor, Khalia, as she works with our girls, our SistaKeeper girls. Let's go.
Hey ladies, how you doing today?
Pretty good.
Well, these are our sister keepers, Naya, Bria, Kayla, and Olivia. And I'm Khalia, and we're doing What I Want to Know. And this is my favorite part, because I love seeing the questions that the audience have and hear what you guys have to say. Well, you ladies have to say. So let's see. The first question is, what I want to know is how to tell my mom I want to hang out with my friends without her being there.
Well, me personally, when I was younger, I did have a really strict mom and parents in general, my mom and dad. And I had to sit down and talk to them and just ask them, what is it that's making you not trust me? And I also wanted to let them know that I was willing to do whatever it took to gain their trust so that I could go out with my friends without, them being involved.
Yeah, I agree. Just ask your parents what it is that it's kind of preventing them from letting you just go out with your friends and work on your relationship together and build that trust so then they respect you and they trust that you will go out and make good decisions.
And let them know it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like, that is so embarrassing.
Yeah.
I know that's
to me, like, to the mall with my friends.
Girl, my mama gonna be here. Okay, don't say nothing.
Right.
Don't look at me different.
Right.
Right. She gonna be there.
But she gonna be with us.
Yeah. So that was good. That was good advice. So this one's a good one. So I want to know, if a guy asks me to send him a nude pic, what do I do?
Don't do it.
Say
Don't
no.
do it.
Don't
Don't
do
do
it
it.
at all.
Nobody
No,
is
not at all.
safe.
Nobody is safe.
Yeah,
But you guys
no.
say don't do it. But I'm sure that a lot of girls get questions or text messages like, "Hey, send me a pic. Send me a pic." Ladies in the audience, have any guys ever asked y'all, "Hey, can you send me a nude pic?" Any ladies? Yeah. See, a lot. So,
Yeah.
what would you tell these ladies when they're asking these questions like, "Send me a pic"?
I mean, I think that you should sit down and think that of yourself. Think about, you don't want that to get out. And honestly, boys, they're gonna save it. As much as they say, "Oh, we'll delete it," or this and that, it's not gonna happen. They're gonna send it to their friends and something else. And you don't want to be in an embarrassing situation. That's just, you just don't want to be. You want to stay away from that, I think. That's why I say no.
Yeah, and you gotta know that that person's really not respecting you, asking you in the first place. You gotta make sure they respect you and make sure they know that's not okay, so they don't go to another girl asking them the same question.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And iCloud, that's real.
It stays.
That's real.
Snapchat saves everything.
Snapchat. And do they show if like somebody screenshot you?
Yeah, and you can screenshot though,
and
right?
there's
Even on
But then there's an app where you can just save the Snapchat and nobody knows.
Really?
Yeah, it is.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. See?
Too much.
That's too much. Okay, so let's see. This girl is always spreading rumors about me and talking about me. How should I handle it?
Okay, so personally, when I'm in situations like this, I'm going to confront her, but I'm going to make sure that I don't say it in a way that she thinks that I want to fight her, because I don't want to get in a fight with you. I just you have to say things a certain way. Like, it matters how you say things, because if you could say something and the way you say it leads to different things. Yeah. So she could think that you want to fight her because the way that you're saying things, well, all you want to just tell her is, "Hey, I don't like things that you're saying about me. Can you please stop talking to me? Stop talking about me."
Right.
Yeah, because it's not what you say, it's
how you say it.
Yeah,
you're right about that.
that's true.
I mean, I also feel like make sure that if you do confront her, then it's in a place where it's just you two, because a lot of times when you confront somebody in person, they ready to fight you already because they're on the defense and they don't want people to think that they're scared of you. And so if you just pull them aside and actually have a conversation with them instead of trying to have it in front of the entire school or in front of everybody, that'll probably give better results too, I think.
Yeah. I agree with that. Because I know y'all seen people at the school and they make a huge scene when everyone is around.
Right.
And it wasn't even worth
You
it.
said that?
Yeah,
It's not worth it.
Yeah. And, and I also feel like if there's no truth to the rumor, then don't get mad. Don't care.
Yeah.
It's not true, So why even put energy into it?
Or you can tell tell your counselor or your teacher, like, "Hey, this girl, she's spreading rumors. It's really hurting my feelings, and I don't know what to do." So, always tell an adult too. It'd be good advice. So, another good question. My boyfriend wants to have sex, but I'm not sure I want to. What do I do?
This is something that I have dealt with personally when I was younger, and I really had to sit my boyfriend down
and tell him that this isn't something I was ready for, and that if he couldn't respect that, then maybe we shouldn't be together. And I kind of just left it at that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I ain't have much else to say.
You got to make sure you're ready and you aren't feeling pressured at all. So you got to take your time. Maybe talk to your parents about it, like what you should do. Make sure you're prepared, just in case that ever comes.
And what if your parents is like, oh, nah, you can't talk to that boy no more? Like, I don't know. Like, what advice would you give to a girl who just, she doesn't feel comfortable talking to her mother about the situation, or her father, or...
I'm a big sister.
Yeah, find someone that they are comfortable with. If it's not like a relative, like an older person you look up to at your school, or maybe a guidance counselor at your school, because they're trying to like talk to you about those type of things.
Okay, I like the feedback, ladies. Thank you for sharing with us. I really enjoyed your company. This was fun.
This was fun.
Now it's time for Snap. Now let's take it back to Divine T.
Now it's time for SNAP, Sisters Nurturing Awareness Through Performing. Yes, our girls, we snap, we don't clap, because she is all that. We're bringing you SistaKeeper poet Sydney, also known as Free, and she's doing Daddy's Little Girl, and we'll wrap it up with Ready for Love by Ernie, also known as Essence. And here we have Free.
I wish I maybe had $1 or at least a quarter every time I clench at the word or even heard daddy. I feel empty, I feel resentment, I feel hate because I'm 18 now. There's no more wiping my tears because my heart is now broken from another pointless relationship because childhood is now over. There was never no mommy and daddy are arguing because mommy was crying and yelling at her 4-bedroom walls when she should have been held by a man. Checks are never being seen, refrigerator left on end. She's scared to tell me that there's nothing left to eat. Where were you when the first relationship failed and he bailed because I couldn't love a boy? Better yet, a man, that original man that was supposed to be my first love, walked off and said, to heck with this. I don't want to hear that. Way before my time, mommy and daddy had their own issues, and I wouldn't understand. I do not care. Stand up and be a man, because now I'm confused about my sexuality, because when I see a man, I see a reflection of you who first hurt me with your accent, slapped me, and made it known that you do not want me. And when I have my first baby girl, she would look at me and smile and say, where is daddy? And I would teach her that daddy does not exist. And for my image of a man that you gave to me, I would give to her, and she would grow up hating me, and this vicious cycle that you helped me create would never end. So she will grow up loving the same thing as her because her perception or vision will become blurry. Wait, do you understand me? Do you hear me? Because on Father's Day, the card that I write that's supposed to be written and given to you is now in my mother's hand because she was forced to play a role of two. Where were you? And what man gives this lovely bride off? That voice and that chair is now vacant. That beautiful dress that is wrapped around me oh so perfectly now makes me feel naked. And I began to look around for that voice that a daughter has always dreamed on her day. But where were you? No. Where are you?
I am ready for love. Why are you hiding from me? I'd quickly give my freedom to be held in your captivity. I am ready for love. All of the joy and the pain, and all the time that it takes just to stay in your good grace. Lately I've been thinking maybe you're not ready for me. Maybe you think I need to learn maturity. They say you watch what you ask for, 'cause you might receive. But if you ask me tomorrow, I'll say the same thing. I am ready for love. Would you please lend me your ear? I promise I won't complain. I just need you to acknowledge I am here. If you give me half a chance, I'll prove this to you. I will be patient, kind, faithful, and true to a man who loves music, a man who loves art, respects the spirit world, and thinks with his heart. I am.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing. Everybody snap it up and clap. It's important that you realize it's all about you, knowing who defines you. If you're not ready for love, wait for it. And remember that it's not about who defines you, it's about you defining you. Thank you for coming to the I Define Me show. As we wrap up with the SistaKeeper song, are we ready? All right. A SistaKeeper is you. A SistaKeeper is me. A SistaKeeper is we. A SistaKeeper is you. A SistaKeeper is me. A SistaKeeper is we. A SistaKeeper is you. A SistaKeeper is me. A SistaKeeper is we. A SistaKeeper.